Alright, I want to go quickly over the hardware of my Ursa Major Stargate 323. Yeah, I've opened it up so we can take a look at it. As you can see, there's a lot of ICs going on. So the condition of my unit was pretty excellent because it was in an old studio at the university, and I don't think it got used within the last 20-something years, and it just sat there and in a rack probably. So it was in very great condition. Regardless, first thing I did was, of course, to swap out the electrolytic capacitors. So there's this 15,000 microfarad bulk one here. This one was a bit harder to get a replacement for, but the rest is just, those are some standard, I think, 2200 or something capacitors. And let me see if I can find one. Yeah, like here, there's a couple coupling capacitors in the audio path, and I made sure to replace those with low ESR capacitors. I think it's should be Panasonic Red FR or something like that. And yeah, you can see on the EEPROMs, you can see the different revisions. This one below here, that's the display EEPROM, I think. Here we do have the oscillator. Oh, here's one. I think, what is that? Probably an NIC, but it's it's so old that it has still the old packaging. You don't see that often nowadays. Yeah, those are the switches. What else do we have? Oh, this section here. This is the comparator for the randomization circuit. This one is still causing me a headache because some things in the schematic don't line up, like the voltages. But I'm still way too afraid to put some probes in here because if I slip with a probe and short something, then this whole unit might be done, and that's absolutely nothing I'm willing to risk. And I can be quite clumsy, so yeah. Power stages, we have some basic voltage regulators like you use them today. Same parts really, except here this one is I think that's the big 5-volt regulator, which also has a heatsink on the outside. So let's see, I think, yeah, these stages here, those are the anti-aliasing filters. Where do we... Oh yeah, here, those are the digital to analog converters. Those are specially sorted by Ursa Major, so while you still can get those parts, they had some internal requirements which they used to sort them. Same goes for this Harris switch, which we also have a second one here. And there should be a successive approximation register somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, funny thing. As you can see from the logo, those ICs were made by AMD, which I don't think are actually producing any basic semiconductor ICs like those anymore. They are mostly like doing CPUs and GPUs nowadays. So yeah, if you want to know how old this unit is, it's so old that AMD did something else than PC parts. I hope it holds. Then you can, oh now it's upside down. but you can also see the revision number and the year when it was produced. And actually, seeing it like that looks quite fascinating. So if we go around the back, then we have the different inputs, outputs. So the XLR pins do have a different pinout than is common nowadays, but it's all written in the manual, and so I just needed to solder my own cables. Yeah, the serial number mine is 638. I did have a sticker with it, but yeah, because it's like 40 years old, the sticker came off, so I just wrote it on the case. Oh, and I also replaced the power socket because it was a non-standard EU power socket, so that I could just use it with the standard power cables that I have here.